Hey YouTube, Anna here. So I am here to film my 7-week update. Today I turned 7 weeks. It's awesome. I feel super excited and super fortunate to have made it this far. So I wrote down a bunch of symptoms for week 6. I've been very emotional this past week. Crying just like over everything. My love for my daughter, just tears. That book that I posted on Instagram, just tears. I'm like just crying all the time. Last night I was putting Cecilia to bed and just crying like I love her so much. Part of me has this fear that I've talked to my best friend about, like how can another child fit in, because I have so much intense love for my daughter. But my best friend assures me, she has 2 kids, that as soon as that baby's born, it's like your heart just grows and it's not a problem at all. So yeah, I'm sure that will happen, but it just makes me cry. Anyway, so very emotional. I have tender breasts still, and a tender belly. It's like very uncomfortable to wear pants. I have to do the hair tie method because I just feel like that pressure on my belly does not feel good. I've been pretty fortunate in my waves of nausea have been like, oh, all day I felt nauseous, and then I would have a day where I didn't feel nauseous at all, and then I'd have like a couple peaks of nausea. But this past week, in the very beginning, I was extremely nauseous, and I felt like my mouth was salivating and like I was definitely gonna puke. So yeah, it was really gross. But towards the end of the week, I have been feeling significantly better. I wore my C-bands for an entire day, and that helped me out when I was feeling just terrible. But now I just get nauseous when I'm hungry. A little bit of cramping still, a lot of pulling. Like I started like a prenatal yoga thing on YouTube and didn't realize like how out of shape I am, but like winded. I had to take breaks in between. It was a 30-minute video. Had to take breaks to like catch my breath and get a drink of water and like regroup. Yeah, like it's good, but I feel like stretching in my belly when I like do some of the over the head like poses, like the hand poses. But anyway, I'm just rambling. I have had diarrhea still, like off and on. They checked my iron last week and they said it was totally fine. So I feel like my tiredness is like just pregnancy related, and I'm taking extra iron for what I thought was anemia because I was so extremely tired. So I think I'm gonna stop taking iron, and I'm kind of worried that that's gonna make me like go crazy because iron like plugs you up, and lack of iron, or just, I don't know, my digestive system's like, let's crap a ton, which sucks. And yeah, so it's just not fun. Like my stomach is always a little bit upset. I made appointments to meet with midwives in a town that's like an hour away next week. No, the week after. I'll be like 8.5 weeks pregnant. I saw her when I lived in that town, and so I sort of have a memory, a vague memory of liking her. So, and I heard that she does VBACS, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then I also made an appointment at this place that's an hour and 45 minutes away, probably closer to 2 hours away. That is a birthing center, and I know they have like birthing tubs, and they have a whole like midwifery wing of the hospital. So it's in a hospital setting, but this wing is all midwives and they have birthing tubs. So I have a tour of the hospital this coming Friday, and then I have a meeting with one of the midwives there just to sort of see, like, is this even feasible? Let me know if you have any questions that you would want to bring up to a midwife. Let me know down below, because, you know, I'm gonna ask her like general questions like, you know, how many babies have you delivered? Do you have experience with VBAC? What else? Oh, is this even feasible? Like driving almost 2 hours when you're in labor? Let me know also like how you felt when you went into labor, if being in the car was just like totally unbearable or if it was totally okay. Let me know in the comments down below, because I have no experience with that. I had some like contractions the night before Cece was born. She was born via C-section. She was breech. So I remember feeling like cramping and like tightening, and they weren't too bad. I could sleep through some of them. I was also super pumped and excited, so I couldn't sleep because of that. And then when I got to the hospital, I remember when the guy was like checking me in, the nurse was, I like was staring at him, having a contraction, not listening to him at all, and like just sort of like in my own zone. And so he would ask me questions and I would just be like, duh. And then it would sort of fade out and I'd be like, sorry, I was having a contraction. What was the question? Like, I was just staring at you all hardcore. So yeah, I don't remember, but I was already in the hospital and I knew the baby was coming. So I don't know, just let me know in your comments below how your birth went. Like if the car ride was just too much, I might have to reconsider. But right now I'm like, I will time my contractions, and when they're 3 minutes apart, I'll hop in the car, you know, all this stuff. Another weird symptom, not weird, but like, I remember this with Cece, peeing all the time. Always have to pee. I'm also always thirsty, so I'm thirsty and I have to pee all the time. Waking up in the middle of the night to have to pee, which is so fun. I'm so tired, and so when I'm in bed and I feel like, oh, my bladder's full, I feel like, oh, maybe if I just like roll over, I'll fall asleep and I won't have to get up. But that never works. I wake up, I have to pee, and then I roll and I'm like, oh God, I have to pee even worse. And so then I'll roll back over and be like, okay, I have to go. So I'm just like prolonging my agony when I wake up and I have to pee. I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed. So I have a list of weird dreams that I've had. I told you last week that I've had weird pregnancy dreams and I told you all about them. So here's my week of really weird dreams. Had a dream I was in the military selling wiffle ball bats, and the merchant that I was selling to was Benedict Cumberbatch. I have been watching Sherlock, so probably why, and I love Benedict Cumberbatch. And he insisted that I test the wiffle ball bats on his knees in order to like prove that they were high quality. So I remember like banging his knees with these bats. It was weird, just so weird. I had a dream about a YouTube couple that I've never met before, Matt and April. They have a son. I mean, I followed her journey with infertility, and then she got pregnant. And so anyway, I followed her journey, but I'm not like, I don't have her in my phone. I had a dream that I was following her and her husband on the beach while they were filming, but they had hired a film crew, and this film crew happened to be from my hometown in Oregon. So I was like, hey, are you willing to come film for me and blah, 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 and oh, I know that place that you live, and whatever. It was really strange. Really, really strange. Anyway, I will link their channel down below. You should totally go hang out with them if you haven't seen their videos. They're awesome. And they're gonna try to do daily vlogs this month, so I'm excited. Then I had a dream that I was staying in a really crappy hotel, and as I was leaving, I went to the concierge desk to pick up some stuff that I left, and they were like, we can't find it. And then I was getting mad, and I was like, I demand to speak to your supervisor, and then they just kept ignoring me, so I was screaming at them, and I was like, hey, somebody help me. And then some concierge lady came up and just slapped me. So I woke up to the slap, and I was like, my heart was like racing, and I was like, oh my god, she slapped me. I mean, it was a dream, but she slapped me. Sorry, I'm checking my teeth again. Then last night, my most recent weird dream is I had a dream that I was in a high school that was like science and mathematic high school, like focused, and they decided to do an experiment to get a bunch of girls pregnant in the high school and then do tests on their babies to see how smart they were. What a weird dream. Anyway, so those are all my symptoms and all my weird dreams, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will update you next week, next Saturday, with information about my ultrasound, which is on Friday, and my first batch of midwife appointments is also on Friday with that hospital tour. So I will have a lot to talk about next week, and I will keep you guys informed. Remember, comment below about your whole laboring, and if you had to labor in the car thing down below, or if you have any questions that you would want me to ask a midwife regarding a VBAC or just things in general. I'll definitely take it into consideration. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.